Sunday, Garrett, Peggy. Just got the hooks down. And head on out there. See if anything pops up here. Good morning, Star River. I'm just up on the pinnacles. I've had a terrible morning so far. Hopefully it gets better, though I don't have much optimism on that. Oh, the phone company, huh? Yeah, trolling is regular fishing for me, Peggy. Fishy, fishy, Devin sings, fill our hooks with only kings, let them all come in to eat, fill my boat with salmon meat. Praise God. Yeah, I had a serious problem this morning with my wife. And then she texts me, where's my keys? Right here. I'd have my buddy go pick her up at work. Some way out on the ocean. Now I pulled in short so I can go back and get her. She gets off work at like 3 o'clock. So, I mean, it's not going to be a good day no matter what. Maybe I can have my friend go pick her up again, but that's not going to make things any better for me. King Salmon, man. I was going across the bay, but yeah, no, I told her I'd come pick her up from work. So I got to leave. It's 8, say it's 9 now, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. I got to leave in 5 hours. So whatever we get in 5 hours is what we get. And then tomorrow we can go across. There might not be much going on in here anyway. I'm in Alaska. Oh, really? The audio's messed up? Wow. Maybe there's some kind of filter going on. I don't know. I get Thomas in here complaining and stuff. And John. Yeah, the reports from the Cape are terrible. Said we weren't catching them yesterday. People came in early, and that big boat's at the dock. They've just been fishing the high tide. I'm not seeing much on the bottom here. I'm on hump 2 right now. Yeah, the tides do affect the fish. It's outgoing tide right now, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, it's like right in the middle. We probably have about, we'll be fishing outgoing all day. Yukon boot. By the frogs. We got the regular spread out bait. We got lots of bait out there. I heard the killer whales were around not too far from here recently. Maybe it wasn't that recently, a week ago. Oh, well, Anna, you were here for a epic week of fishing. I wouldn't expect that much out of this. Um, it typically happens like this. We get a big hit and then they kind of disappear for a while. They'll be back in May. I think I know where some are, but we can't get there and go. The wind was the wind and the waves are a potential problem today. It's supposed to be really nice tomorrow and the next day. Uh, yeah, I want to see what happens here. I'm hoping I get a message from this guy I bought the engine from that he's sent the engine. He's supposed to send me a video walk around of the equipment and then he's supposed to ship the thing. He said something about the deadline for shipping was yesterday. Maybe they only pick it up once a week and I just missed it. Here's a bite. Here we go. Got one big combo. More heavy. Don't look real big, but it's something. Yeah, if we could get 4 or 5 out of this deal, get back to pick Holly up at 4, that would be amazing. I really have to be back at like 3:30. Well, that's good that we got something to start. Maybe there'll be a few fish in here today. Let's go get this thing off and see what it is. Oh, maybe we get one, there'll be more. Let's see. That's nice. Nice big one. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Paul. Let's see what else is going on here. I think we got one on the float too. Thought I saw it wiggling, and now it just it's acting kind of weird now too. Might have picked one up on this float on that same side. I'm not sure. Live one, number two. G-Man. The real troll turkey. Where do you get that from? Oh, real troll turkey. Look, they even got a turkey emblem there. Oh, there's a nice mark up by the top. That's wonderful, troll turkey. What else you got for us? Marking a king on the surface. My top hooks you should be able to see my top hooks. I don't really want to move anything different because a lot of times if you change, they won't bite. You turn or change the speed. You just keep going straight. A lot of times that's what they do. Gets it to go. There you go. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm on a boat. We're fishing. And, you want to time them out, Anna? You can use your blue. Use your blue. Use the power, Anna. Okay, starts. Yeah, I am actually. That's a problem. I'm not gay though. Oh my goodness gracious. I just start to yawn and everybody would be like, oh, don't yawn. Oh, yawn, stretch. All right, we got her turned around. We're lining up. Listen, I hate reeling in my float when there's nothing on there, but I kind of thought I saw it get a strike. Maybe it got a strike. I think it might have gotten a strike. Let's go ahead and check it real quick. Surprise. You know, Jim, Super Skiff Jim texted me this morning. He said, where are you? I said, I'm on pin 2. And he said, pin 1. But I don't see him on pin 1. I don't think you understand what I was laying down there. Kind of borderline on the size. Right? He's not borderline, he's big enough. That's real small. That's something they do want. They don't want to bite that. Gotta do better. You gotta do better than don't want. Yeah. We got they want. I don't know. I've heard match the water. Dang, water's kind of brown. What's what is brown? Try the brown one on. That lower spot's a fish for us. A couple bites there to start us off. That's great. Twin salamanders. Good deal. There's two of them on there. Oh, we might have something on there. There was. It's on there. All right. All right, Bird, what's up? Michael Henderson. Long time no see to Henderson. We're fishing for salmon. Well, we're about halfway to my minimum goal here. Suppose there might be some other boats going out here. I don't know. Yeah, I got my dog, man. Been to do pretty much, yeah. Sometimes if I'm halibut fishing and things are a little sketchy, I'll take another person or lingcod fishing. I'm like too old to fight with those lingcod, man. 47 years old. I think I've caught enough lingcod as far as commercially. I try and stay away from them altogether. There's places where it's good salmon fishing, but you got to fight with the lingcod. I don't even fish there. To have that. If I can avoid it, I do. Sometimes I do. I've taken a deckhand out for chum salmon. I'd like to have a deckhand for coho, but like when the cohos are really ripping, everyone's always busy. It's hard to get somebody. No, I'm not by Juno. Here we got another one on. Hitting on the port heavy. Doing something over there. Sure. Back to funny. Probably lingcod. I manifested it. Maybe a halibut. How'd your halibut trip go, Shannon? Oh man, the Wilfred! I like your video. I wish I could do something that elaborate for my herring baits. I got some herring bait I got to work on here in a minute. No halibut, huh? I haven't exactly been tearing the halibut up myself. The price is I told you what the price was. You were around yesterday. Price is $8.25 unless you get a perfect size one. 40 to 90, it's $8.50. Yes. It's a baby halibut. Baby halibut. Take on my baby halibut. There he is. Ah. We just need one about twice that size. We can keep it. First things for that. That's good. There's some fish around. A couple of salmon and there's a halibut. Got these guys to start us off. A couple of wild kings. And it's room's falling down in my way. My way, bro. Oh. I'm pushed overboard. It's pretty busy out here, man. Ain't get no relaxation with this going on. Oh. Got some interesting new people coming in here. Thank you, Gary. Slaying the Kings. Yeah, that's all over now. What is this? I mean, what's he got? The turtle with the water? Uh, like I said, we usually get a hit, and then just when you start making plans with all your money and spend it, then they disappear. Yeah. God willing, they'll be back in May, the May openers. There's still a few around. I got two in here on the spot. 5 or 6 a day, man. Add up. Real nice. Good for me. See if there's any more. This is just the second pass here. We're coming around on it. Not yet. Probably be some boats to come out here. 9 o'clock. Be the casual crowd showing up. It's supposed to be kind of windy today, and the better fish is definitely out on the ocean. There's probably boats that are out there right now. I mean, we're not allowed all the way out in the ocean, but out on the edge of it. I was gonna go long today, but I left. I took my wife's keys on accident. So I didn't have a ride, and I gotta get her from work before. I got text me. I'll see. Probably went out to the ocean. The boat's running. I bought a new engine. At least, hopefully, I did. I don't know. I haven't heard from the guy today. I just settled the money yesterday. Wired some random dude, $6,000. Yeah, hopefully he ships that thing. Jesus came and died for us sinners, rose 3 days later, saving us from hell, but only for those who believe in what he did, that he was the Son of God. Hey, I'm a sinner. Jesus, I repent. Oh, save me, amen. That's the sinner's prayer. Tom Hawk, if you are not a robot, and if you are not just coming in here to put your pre-recorded message down, why don't you say something other than this same thing that you always say? I don't think you will. Because I don't think you're even a real person. I think we got us a bot. You know what they call those bots? It's a Christian robot. Why is he a bot? I don't know. I like the message. Figure maybe he's a person. Everybody else is a mod. Why would I exclude the one that's pumping out a Christian message? Spamming for Jesus. Yeah. Got here. Hello, Whisper Jet America. Mark a little blue thing on the bottom there. I guess that could be a fish. Let's see if it bites. Actually, a pretty big blue thing on the bottom. Sure, it's nice to be out of those winter doldrums. Remember, all winter we couldn't catch more than 3. Holy mackerel, that was terrible. Oh, I got lots of coffee. I've been a 32-foot Monterey Clipper. I'm actually waiting for a message back from 2 people. The guy I bought the engine from, who I hope is not a scammer in Pennsylvania, and then this guy I contacted this guy about a keel cooler yesterday, and he said that he had a couple and he was going to go look, and I never heard back from him. It's a little bit concerning about Pennsylvania because in Pennsylvania right now it's already afternoon. And I haven't heard back from this guy. It's like $6,000 to yesterday. I did hear back from him after I sent him the money. That's a good sign. That's if somebody's just scamming you. I mean, I guess they could be trying to get more money out of me. That could be another. That's a possibility. Linda, Linda. Am I supposed to know Linda? Linda from where? Which Linda? I see the name says Linda AK. Are you in Alaska? I bought hopefully it's Cummins 4BT. Yeah, the engine I got needs a little bit of loving. It's got it has it's kind of a long story. Yeah, it's running. The main thing with the engine right now is it's got a rear main oil seal that's going out on it. Oh, and the oil filter's stuck. It's stuck because it's leaning over onto the oil filter, I think. We have to adjust that. Might be able to get the thing off of there. I was trying harder. I was kind of hoping to finish the big king bite before I mess with it and then have run into a bigger problem. It'll live. It'll live with the old oil filter for now. Oh, Patriot Tip Channel. Okay, okay. Thanks for coming by. Where's Tim? What's he doing? Is it the Linda that makes the troll videos of Tim? Man, that troll that Tim's got tags me in the troll videos. they're pretty funny. Tim's like, don't comment on that or you'll feed the troll. And I went to see because I got tagged in the video. It is pretty funny. I didn't comment on it. I didn't watch the whole thing either. I could see which way it was going. I got a chuckle out of it. I must admit. I gotta admit, I got a chuckle out of it. They started using they use AI to dub over his voice and say something really humiliating. Oh man. They tagged you too, huh? They don't seem to have a problem with me. I don't know what Tim did to this troll. Like they're after Tim big time. They don't. That's why I was asking if you're the troll because you would think that they would troll me as well, but for some reason they don't. But I'm included in the tags. I almost feel left out, you know. We got how come they don't make videos about me? I'm getting left out. They're after all the mods, huh? Well, it doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of entertaining, actually. Makes me want to go support Tim's channel more. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe if I make you a mod over here, then they'll make a video about me, and then that would make me happy. Oh boy. Whisper Jet, huh? That sounds good. Um, I've been trolling for a couple hours, I guess. I don't know, an hour. There's a nice little mark on the bottom. It's kind of deep down there, but we come up to party. Who's Bill? Go clean those fish. I gotta clean out a fish hold. I emptied the fish hold I've been working out of, and the other fish hold I haven't done anything with in a while. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? I forgot. Oh, the engine worked. Yeah, I should have made another video because what happened is I took it apart and then I went to get my friend to help me with the big tool to tighten up this big giant lock washer nut thing that's underneath there, and got that tightened up. Then I probably should have gone live again because I put everything back together. Yeah, we're out fishing right now. I don't know. It might all leak all the oil out, break us down. We're in a good spot to break down though. Break down. Should be a good spot. All right, Michael. Yeah, we'll be around for another 4 hours or something. I gotta go in early today, I think. Go in early, pick up the wife. That's okay. I can do some chores around the house, clean up some trash. I get ready. I gotta get a spot ready for these chickens. No, we're gonna there's a crane, there's a dock crane that can lift 800 pounds. We're just gonna cut a hole in the roof and pull the boat under the dock and then have the crane pick one up and drop the other one in. Wouldn't that be epic if like the pick and eye broke off or the chain broke or something and the boat engine fell back through the boat? We'll have to get a video of it in case that happens. Nah, I found me one. Nice. Yeah, we fish a lot here. Yeah, we'll be all through the boat. Oh my goodness. Pretty low energy today, guys. I don't want to clean these fish, but I want more fish. I want to get at least 5 fish today. That would be good. Let's read a little bit of this Bible I got here for Sequoia. He said he was on a boat with a Christian once. Get something. We got a psalm here. One that we haven't read a bunch of times before. Okay. I didn't read this one last time. Easy. Psalm 127. Laboring and prospering with the Lord is the heading I got. Unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so he gives his beloved sleep. Behold, children are like a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward, like arrows in the hand of a warrior. So are the children of one's youth. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but shall speak with their enemies in the gates. Me and Doggy Paddle. The Glacier Submarine. Yeah. Man, let's go clean those fish. I used these gloves in the mechanics work yesterday. Put some soap on them. Wash them off here. Look, number. Yeah, that's a real nice fish. Oh, it's a white king. Got the white one. Got something in his belly, I think. What's he got? Oh, spit it out. Look at that. Got a big hair. It's looking for another herring too. That's how we caught him. Oh, ain't that coming? Then we got more work to do here. I gotta get this. I use a broom for my cleaner. Put a little bleach on the broom. Go. Yeah. Good. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. There we go. See, we clean our fish all the time. So clean. Oh, Well, Sequoia, hang out here. You might find out what we're reading in the Bible. Even if you don't want to, if you want to see the fishing, you're going to get it. King Chaser, what's up? Did you go live yet? I'll let you. What the heck? Come on, you two bigs. Oh, and that ice cold on my feet makes me think that my boots got a hole in them, but I think it's just cold. Standing in that saltwater ice. Ooh. All right, we got that chore done. The fish hole's ready to stack fish in now. If we catch any, can hold them. I don't want to put fish in a, I had some old ice in there and it looks okay, but it's over a week old. It gets bacteria growing in it. And if you pack your fish in that stuff, it makes them sour, makes them go bad fast. We don't want that. Locked up drag fishing shorts is live. I think he might actually be fishing, you guys. You ever seen that guy? Something about fishing the Mediterranean. I hope he makes the lives public so I can watch it back. He comes in here sometimes. Oh, you just need 50 subs, and then you better get ready ahead of time, though, Sequoia, because King Chasers had 50 subs for like days now, and he still can't go live. Try and get it ahead, ready beforehand. I don't know, 10 years or something. Yeah, once the ice is all cleaned out, you got fresh ice, then you can hold fish for a while. They like us to deliver within 3 days here, but sometimes like if I only have a handful of fish today and I go start killing them, I'll hold the handful of fish for 4 days and then deliver it because it's nothing compared to a big load of fish. And a few of them aren't the best. 4 days isn't too bad. Man, that salmon had a big old herring in it. Looked like a spawned out herring. I'm the opposite. I just try and make sure things aren't dangerous. All right, we'll take one more spin over this high spot, then we're gonna go over to that king magnet, see if anything's going on with it. I see one going down. I got one streaking down. That's the king. Betcha. Be better if it was coming up, but at least there's a fish around. And any fish till it fills the boat. That's not gonna happen right now. This boat will hold a lot of fish. Go for fill that fish box on this ice stuff. That's a good amount of fish in the fish box. I can fit quite a few in there. Let's see the screen. How deep? Not far to go. I'm fishing 10 fathoms deep. My line's at 10 fathoms. Fishing some high spots here. Got glare on my screen. Jaws is coming. One nice thing about slow fish is I can sit back and relax. My sore body recover. I see the fish over there. One trying to party though. Trying to get away from me. So it's trying to do. Oh. I may text this guy with my boat engine, see what he says. Be right back. Black box, man, I hate that thing. I do have a lot going on though. I'll tell you in a second. It's gonna freeze for a minute. I gotta go make a text. Actually, I have a spare phone, but I think it's dead. I'll plug my other phone in. I texted that guy. I texted that guy. Bought that motor from. He's making me nervous because I didn't hear from him today. It's 2 o'clock in Pennsylvania. See if we can get this other phone working. Wow, a charger for it. Had a charger for it. Let's see. Here we go. Not that one. This one. We might plug this one in right here. It's Patrick! There's some parts in the bottom. And now I hate these old iPhone chargers. They just suck. So bad. So it's charging or not. It's probably not charging. Oh, Jim texted me, said he only got one fish. I only got two. That's gotta be terrible for him because he was all laid up with what you call it, hernia while everybody was putting the wood to him. Yeah, Sequoia, I got a black box, but it's malfunctioning. It's the end of that. Yeah. So I unplugged it. Yeah, Kings don't like it. I've been working, doing everything I can to try and make the boat fish. I've got a bunch of metal under the boat. I've got some copper plates and aluminum plates overlapping down there. I've got aluminum anodes and zinc anodes. I got but if I don't like the black box, I've had problems with it. giving me funky readings. I have this really elaborate old school black box system right now. I might try sending it back to Malcolm to see if he can get it properly working. If I had a system that worked right set up, I'd be happy with it. But the one I got right now is not working right. So the one I had before this wasn't working right either. So I gave that one away. I paid like $1,400 for it and gave it away. Uh, oh, nice. Summit Core got back to me. Full dissimilar boat. Yeah, no, you're right. The electronics, it'll drive you crazy. So, like, we've been having some pretty good fishing lately, so I'm not too worried about it. But, like just a minute ago, I saw a fish diving away from the boat on sonar. And if I'm seeing that and other people are catching fish, it just drives me crazy. It'll just drive me nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. There's not that many serious trollers in this town, but like sometimes I travel down to Southeast with more trollers. And I was talking to some guys about it around a community where there's lots of experience and eyeliners and stuff. And I'm like, man, I could not get my boat to catch fish like these other boats. They'll just smoke me like bad. It's really important. The summer season is so short here that you're fishing well, or else you won't make the money. And they told me that guys are putting an angle iron under the boat to get more steel under their boat. So that's what I did. I put some angle iron down there, bolted it to my keel. And then I added a couple of pieces of sheet metal that are kind of like a can't remember what you call it. Kind of like a French keel underneath there, like a whale flute under the boat, made of steel. And yeah. Well, I try and make it fish as well as I can. It seems like, there was an old guy here who did some trolling, and I told him once, I remember when I was hand trolling, I told him, I got him now. I got it just the way I want him. The zincs are perfect. And he's like, yeah, it's perfect today, but it's a moving target. It depends on the run of fish, the salinity in the water. The zincs are always changing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Normally I would re-zinc in the spring, but like if I got enough zinc on, I might take it easy. The boat's fishing well now. If I could make it through July without messing with my zincs, I might leave it alone. Fish the boat with the zincs worn out. Because nobody was catching this winter, but when I put the fresh zincs on, man, I caught fish. But right now the boat's fishing well. Oh, Rich, Jackson Derby, good to see you. Long lining for halibut, Rob. Right on. William Mills, Schooner. Man, I'm not getting that right. William. We're doing good. My buddy just got I just got a bill from the tannery, Mink and Moyle. This young teenager that I'm hunting and trapping with, he shot a small bear last fall, first bear, and I don't know, maybe like 80 pounds or something. And he sent the fur in. I got a bill from Moyles. They taxed me for they taxed him. I paid the bill because he's helping me move refrigerators around and stuff. But they charged for turning the ears out, splitting the nose. What even is that? Splitting the nose and splitting the lips. I wasn't too worried about his bear skin. I just let him deal with it. It's cool that they were able to do all that stuff though. So that little bear ended up costing $350 because they did the extra work. Which is fine. That's all part of the contract or whatever we're sending for. I just hope we sent them like lots of fur from the trapping season. They better not send us a bill for like $8,000 for turning out all the Martin ears or something. 350 is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's what it costs. It was gonna be 200 something, which is, I think is good for a black bear. I don't know. All I know is I've never had a problem with these people. I've sent them. Well, one time when I was a trapper a long time ago, I sent them a pile of fur, to have sand so I could sell the tourists. And they were like, "We didn't get your fur," and I'm like, "Well, I have tracking on it, and it says you got it." They're like, "We don't have it." So I had insured it, right? And I filed a claim with the postal inspector. And then, like, about a week later, they're like, "We found it." Like, yeah, I bet you did when the inspector started calling. You guys, that's the only problem I've had with them in, like, in 12 years or 15 years dealing with them or whatever. 200's too expensive for a full bear. Who's doing it for less? The kids have a, everybody's got a bear tag. There's these two kids here. They both have a brown bear tag. The kid was asking me, he's like, "What's the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear?" I'm like, it's 60 miles from the ocean. Basically, they're going to do that by size. They've been fair with me before. They like, so I'll send them a small brown bear and they just charge me for a black bear because it's not that big, which is a huge savings. I've been doing business with them for a long time. So if you wanted like taxidermy quality, they charge a lot more, mink and moil. This is just fur dressing, whatever that means. Yeah, it was a major issue. That's why I had it insured. So we sent them a lot of stuff this year. It's not insured, but I don't really care. At the time I thought I was gonna make some money with it, and I guess I did, but I'm over it. I don't think it'd be a problem. They might have found it anyway on their own, but I was a little paranoid of it, so I insured it for a lot of money in the. I'm not paranoid anymore. I just don't care. I think it'll be fine. No, I'm from Virginia, the Old Dominion, the Commonwealth. I'm from Reston, Virginia. I was actually born in Washington, D.C., believe it or not. Just like Lewis and Clark, I went west. I think both of them were from Virginia as well. Probably a stupid fish. I know there's some fish in here. Yeah, they got charters that take people fishing for sure. You're all Grizzly Adams, yeah. Well, we've only been allowed to shoot one every 4 years here, but they changed it last year. Now we can shoot one a year. I don't know if that goes into effect this year because I'm on year 3, I think, since I shot my last one. Might have to wait a year. I don't know. I don't really feel like shooting one right now anyway. I guess I could. Oak Ridge Taxidermy's probably got the vote in for it. I should shoot one. My wife's not into the idea of having heads in the house anyway. But we need some rugs. Yeah, Leonard's Landing Lodge or Yakutat Lodge, or you know what the good one is? Fairweather Lodge. That's my buddy's. That's the that's my church friend. It's got a lodge. It's called Fairweather. Fairweather Lodge in Yakutat. I think they're kind of booked up, but it's early yet. EIS. Man, fishing was fantastic for a while. Now I'm in a bad way today. I messed up. I took my wife's car keys with me. My friend had to give my wife a ride to work, and so I better go home and I better pick her up. Is what I'm getting at. I better pick her up at 3:45. So I need to only fish for a little bit today, which is fine. I'm expecting it to be slow. It's supposed to be a little windy today out on the ocean boundary. Tomorrow I'll make the long run. We got a couple caught. We caught a couple right away, and then they quit biting on us. What's up, backyard fun country boy? Oh my goodness, you guys! I've been like, I want to get a new trout rod, like for steelhead and trout. It's a light spinning outfit, like a real light spinning outfit. I put it in the cart like twice and just mulled over the expense. It's so much money for a spinning rod and a for the outfits. It's flabbergasting. 400 for like a medium high end outfit, for a light spinning outfit. $400 for the reel, the rod, the line, and a couple of spoons. I put it in the who the heck is Moondog 77? Never heard of him. What's wrong with him? I just mod everyone backyard fun country boy. What's the problem with them? They hate you. Why do they hate you? I got it. I got. That's why I didn't buy it twice, Sequoia. I put it in the cart, thought about it, and like I got buying all these engine parts and really expensive stuff for the business. I haven't got anything for my wife recently, and then it's like, well, $400. Like we didn't make $400 yet today. These fish very well might just take off on us here. I didn't buy it. Not talking about it. Oh well. What did it say? Oh, you're talking to the Oak Ridge. Well, if you write it on my chat, you're talking to me too. So you got a problem with me repeating what you said. Oh, that's not good. I want to know what the deal is. There's some people on the internet that I hide that other people are fine with. Namely Lucifer, which is a common. This dude goes around all the other fishing threads. Everyone's fine with Lucifer, except for me. Oh. Good. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, so you know what? He joined a member on Anyfin the other day, and Anyfin was like, "Welcome, Lucifer," and I said, "Yeah, no." It said in the top, "Welcome," and then it had the the channel at Lucifer ID, like he identifies as Lucifer, okay? And then the comments down below, Bambi comes in and says, "Oh, hi, Luca." That's what people call him, Luca. And I pointed it out. I wrote in the comments, I'm like, so you guys add a letter to this person's name, and that makes it acceptable. It's like, because you want your kids, you're out in public and they're talking to this chat, and you want them, recorded on the internet for everyone to see forever. You want to see them on there talking to Lucifer. It's messed up, man. I'm not having it. I don't believe it. I don't. I think the guy is twisted. Nobody's mother would name their child after the devil. I don't believe it. I guess that's the world we live in. What's going on, Nikki Lee? Who's his younger brother? Is that Colby? I don't know, man, but like if I'm the guy who's on the outside and everyone says I'm not okay because I banned Lucifer and his supporters, then I'm willing to live with that. I am. I just got him hidden. So like I'll be on another channel, they start talking to him, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't necessarily leave the community, but I see it. Somebody named Lucifer and catch a cat. Yeah, that's for sure. I do too. I'll just hide people if they're bothering me. I've had some people email me later. My email's in my description. I rarely let them come back after I made the choice to hide them. And then I feel like I have let some people back before and then ended up just hiding them again. Marking a little something at 45 feet out in the open here. I'm trolling up to the king magnet. I don't know, man. I think it could be something in the moon phase or something's making people agitated today. It's not just you, it's me too. Everybody's in all agitated. Yeah, that too, Darren. There's stranded right now outdoors to chemtrails. Uh, I'm looking for a bunch of feed to show up on the bottom out here in the deeper water because it can be really good fishing when there's some feed out in the deep section I'm passing over now, but it hasn't built in here yet. No, not yet, John. Exhausting drama. Ignore the noise. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not supporting any Lucifer on my channel. Again, you won. I'm not. Well, see, there's some life on the bottom, like I was talking about, but it's kind of near a rock pile. Well, no, there's a little bit of feed down there. Just a little bit. There could be some things out here. I've had some really good fishing when I drop down out off the side of them. We're gonna have to try on our back tack coming out of here. We're gonna have to try a little bit deeper. 20 fathoms, I'm seeing some life, maybe even some fish with it. There's a ball of feed down there and then some marks that look like they could be kings right on it. I was discussing this with my wife, this whole thing about Lucifer being a accepted thing in this day and age. And to me, and I'm not any sort of deep thinker or whatever, but the way I see it personally is you got this guy Lucifer, right? And it's it's the spirit of the Antichrist. And what they're saying is like the same thing as the original in Genesis. The spirit of the Antichrist is saying, you surely will not die. There's no problem here. Just accept the fact that it's all fake. There's no God. Christianity is not true. It's okay to be called Lucifer and embrace the devil. There's no problem. You surely will not die. And in reality, you really want to give honor and glory and praise to God and do your very best to have faith and believe. And that's the way it should be. I just feel like it's a sign of a degraded society that's moved away from the Judeo-Christian values that we founded the country on, to have it be an acceptable norm for Lucifer to be okay. Let's just have him, as our buddy. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to go there. Not here. But we're over it here on this channel. I haven't had any static about Lucifer, the individual that frequents the fishing community, or any of his buddies. But over on some other channels, they're still around. Not to speak, not to speak poorly of those channels. The one where it came up recently is not even. It doesn't even bother me as well. I mean, it does, but there's like some other channels where I see him. It's just like, man, really into this Lucifer guy over there. Yeah, it's really nice that you can just hide somebody. It's like you don't like it, you don't like what they're saying, you don't like what they're about. You just hide them from the channel. Then you don't. They never come unless they come as a troll. You don't see anything they say or do. But if you're in a live chat with somebody else's community that has them around, then you're subject to the dialogue between those members of the other community and this individual that you don't like. But I guess I decided that I would rather be an emissary for Jesus and just do my best to represent, a light around other people that aren't bothered by this Lucifer guy. I don't know. I just do my thing. I'm not gonna let it stop me from uh, interacting and enjoying the other channels because they're good. They're still good content. The guy sent me some stuff on that motor. Let me see what he's got here. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's right, William. I hate to cut it out. I just want to see that I bought this motor yesterday. Like, I just sent this guy $6,000 over the wire. I'm trying to see if he's gonna send it to me. Right back. Hold on. We got all that taken care of. Now we're coming up on the old Kingdom Magnet flat here. It has not delivered anything good to us in recent memory, although it has kicked out a couple fish. I'd like to see 3 more come up, then I can split on good terms. We might even have some, hitchhikers swimming with us because I haven't checked in a while. A big halibut would be like clutch right now. Catch a big halibut and go in and sell it. The problem is I got to sell halibut between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Man, that guy's got a whole bunch of motors he's selling. He's shipping out like 6 motors today. Busy shop. What's it say in there, Solo? Thessalonians, that's towards the back, right? That's Paul talking to one of these communities, right? Where is it? Philippians, Corinthians, Romans, it's going to be Romans, Corinthians, somewhere in there. Corinthians, Galatians. I feel like I went close to Ephesians, Philippians. Where's the Thessalonians? Colossians. Thessalonians. How can they fit 2 of them in such a small space? Thessalonians 2, chapter 2, the great apostasy. I have a heading here. That's the heading. I don't think that's part of the Bible, but that's what it's. They label the chapters for me. This one's called the Great Apostasy. Let's just read the chapter real quick. Maybe it'll help out my mood. Enlighten something. Warning of the deception, the apostasy. Yeah, that's what that is, right? Apostasy is like if someone believes in the Lord and God and it's got the right way down and then they lose their way. That's the apostasy, right? Now, brethren, concerning the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ and our gathering together to him, we ask you not to be soon shaken in mind or troubled, either by spirit or by word or by letter, as if from us, as though the day of Christ had come. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things, and now you know what is restraining, that he may be revealed in his own time, for the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth, and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteous deception among those who perish, because they did not receive the love of truth, that they may be saved. And for this reason, God will send them strong delusion, that they should believe the lie, that they may all be condemned who did not believe in the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Thank you. Hire a complete heathen for a deckhand. That's what we did. We hired many a complete heathen on the internet here. I can see by the number of people in the chat that that is an extremely unpopular message, Solo. People do not want to hear about how, being in unrighteousness is going to cost them everything. They don't want to hear it. But God gave them a strong delusion. I mean, how are you going to get out of that? You got to have mercy. You got to have, you got to be chosen to be gifted out of it. Man, this water is ugly. It's like super sea water. It must be a major runoff situation going on. I know, it only confirms what it says in the Bible. Hey, I used to be a total unbelieving atheist, so I know where everyone's coming from. John Bolton is back. Well, we are not catching anything, Bolton. We're talking about Lucifer, and we were just in 2 Thessalonians. We were studying that at church a while back, and it kind of lays out the whole Antichrist, taking over the world, and then Jesus coming back and winning the victory again. There's a lot going on in that chapter. It's more than I could break down. I'd almost need a whiteboard to figure it out. I guess that's my point. It's like I don't really have that all figured out, but I can grasp the general theme. I can see why it's unpopular to the general public. Yeah. Dang on kelp. It's like rotten kelp washing out around here. Water's like black brown. Well, let's see. Maybe there'll be fish in here. I don't know. I'll make my pass. We'll make a pass here and see what happens. You know what sounds like modern day politics? Is that we're studying in Nehemiah right now in the Bible study. That's what we were looking at the last 4 weeks or something. We've been in Nehemiah, and I never read Nehemiah. It's like one of the prophets. Solo's still here. They would know. Is that what you would call one of the minor prophets? Isn't there like major with minor prophets? Anyway, Nehemiah is not one that you hear about every day. And I don't even know where it is. Like normally in church, someone says, we're in John or Thessalonians. At least I know like about where to look. Nehemiah, like I don't even know. But I'm so dense. Like I said, we've been studying it for 4 weeks. I still don't know where it is in the Bible. Anyway, we've been studying it, and Nehemiah is doing this great work to rebuild the walls around Jerusalem. And you got these noble people that don't, the rich people, they are not doing the work. And yeah, it just occurs to me like we're towards the end of it here. I don't know where we were, chapter 6, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we were talking about it. It's like all these people that are set against Nehemiah, and they told him that like they hired a prophetess to speak against him, and it's like, yeah, it's the people that aren't doing any of the work, the people that aren't working are the ones that they speak against the ones that do work. It's nothing new today, really. We still have the same thing going on in our politics today. The book of Enoch's not a canonized scripture, so I don't pay attention to it. That's my opinion on it. It's not in this here, so I'm not worried about it. I'm aware it's out there, but it didn't make it into the Bible, so. What do we know about Enoch from the Bible? Does it say that isn't Enoch one of the ones that never died? Wasn't he just taken up? Where's Solo? Got another phone, I gotta ask Google. Yeah, I got a friend named Enoch. He's married to another friend of mine, one of my neighbors. What made me convert? Uh, I guess I was chosen to believe, Jesus had mercy on me, I guess. Yeah, it's not in the Bible, it's Genesis 5:24. That's where Enoch is. See, I know where Genesis is. So smart. It's in the beginning. How do we go from 2 to 20 so fast? Five 24. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's a good question. You asked me about that, changing from an atheist. I have a testimony, but it's private. I guess maybe one day I'll figure out how to put it in words that seem acceptable. It seems unbelievable to me when I mull it over what happened. And it wasn't just one thing, but I don't know. I've heard from some people that seem pretty smart that it's like not good to use experiential testimony necessarily. I mean, I just go by what the Bible says, and grateful that I was saved. I hope that I was saved. I'm striving, running the race still. I'm still a sinful man. Don't measure myself being anything special, really. I wish I had more faith, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, it's what's the right word? From what I gather, like you said, they pushed on the YouTube. It's quite dramatic. Well, Darren, I shared my opinion on it on that whole mustard seed parable, and it strikes me that that's maybe controversial. It's not what people would normally interpret that as, but I find it to be, in my own opinion, it's like reassurance of everything in the Bible is true to me. It's like some of it's really hard to believe, and but that for me isn't hard to believe at all because I feel like I lack proper faith, and and I think in that parable Jesus says if you have faith even as big as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Well, I don't see anybody moving any mountains around. I really have to just depend on Jesus to take care of all this stuff. Okay, thanks, Backyard Fun Country Boy. First time you were here, right on. Yeah, I haven't seen him before. I'll ask that Moo Dog guy what his deal is next time I see him. As far as I know, he's only ever come in here and said nice things, but I know that there's people who drive. They may be somewhere else causing a big ruckus. Constantly ask. Yeah, we're not a Catholic church here. We've got a Catholic church. There was a Catholic priest throwing holy water down towards the boats, bless the fleet. I said thank you. Um, someone I know and respect. They said, you gotta give it to the Catholics for all the great things they do in charity. It's really amazing. Yeah, all right, fair enough, backyard. I'll try and restrain myself. Man, nothing on the king magnet here. Lady Sky, what's up? And dead slow up in here. We might try deeper. Try a little deeper. Try going back up at this spot. Back. Well, there's no wind up in here where I'm at now. That is that Northern? Northern fishing in the outdoors. What's up? There we go. We're getting a bite. Like a small one, maybe, but we can bite it. Why don't you bite up on there some more? Oh yeah. Get bit out here in 15 fathoms. What's that all about? Ooh, shaking. Could be a sneaky one. Yeah, we got one pulling on there now. We got one hanging. We'll go ahead and make the turn to point back over the reef here. It's real shallow and it gets deep. It gets deep if I keep going straight. I'll go back over again. Come on, come on, come on. Well, at least we got another bite. I don't know if he's going to keep. Kind of acts like a little one. Maybe it's chickens. It's really huge with this. Frenchie Frost bites. Where you at, Frenchie? That looks like a Canadian name to me. If I haven't seen one. All right, let's see what we got going on out here with this bite. Get a little bite and a little bite. Actually, my other line looks kind of funny too, like it might be dragging something. Get it. Gonna run a couple. We might run some gear here and see what's going on with it. I need to get a new stick. I need to get a new gaff stick, a new handle. Handle's all wore out. Ah, it's just a little guy. Got a snail. I don't think he's gonna make. Oh, don't you dare hit us. Nah, he's not gonna make it. He's in good shape though. We let him go. Maybe we got a halibut on this other line. Maybe there's nothing, but it seems to be going back a little ways. Sometimes the halibut do that. Back on old Leo told me he was getting a halibut out here. We haven't gotten it. Got the kelp. Check it while we got it in our hand here. Oh, hey, babe. And took our bait, man. Can't catch no fish without a bait in there. What the heck? Oh my goodness. That's something. Not the right size, that one. A little small. That one was a little small. I know. Yeah, shaker, and then I didn't even measure it. I did kind of hold it up near my measuring system, and you could just tell it was too small. It was a little bit stale. Make another paste on the Tingle Leggings. No, it looks good. There's some junk floating around out here, but I haven't. I had a whole kelp stinger on one line. Big old kelp stinger tagging along there. Take another pass over this thing. I think I'm gonna try and pass out in the deep. I don't know. Seems to me when I've caught them really well out here in the spring, it's always a little bit deeper. You can catch them. So it's been shallower too. Wherever they end up showing up. we got two. We got two keepers, one undersized halibut and one small king salmon. We just caught a small king. Yeah, it's a slow grind, man. Just check back. Maybe if you want to see more better fishing, check back tomorrow. I don't know. Gotta wait, watch, check back again. We're trolling for our king salmon. It's a slow business. They tend to bite in like waves, it'll be nothing, nothing, and then some fish will come through and we'll get them. They'll start to bite, whatever it may be. Really good king salmon fishing would be like one every 20 minutes. It's not really good today. It's pretty slow. But the price is still pretty good, so there's that. We are getting some. Looking for about 3 more to make it a good day. Yeah, the boats with the nets, we don't do that here with the that particular fishery. Uh, we have a set net fishery, which is small boats with smaller nets. It starts the second or third week in June. I think second week in June. I got a permit for that. I got a net skip and I got some nets, but my nets are trying to shoot up right now. Usually I leave town and go for the big king salmon run somewhere else. I might stay around here this year. I've decided. There's some pretty good king salmon fishing around here on the ocean sometimes. It's like seems to always be good down south though. Some better fishing down there. And it's a long run. Maybe if I go this year, I'll leave my dog with Holly. We'll see. I want to get the boat repowered and run it around for quite a while until I trust it on that run. It's quite the run. It looks like it's about 40. It's at the bottom there. I think I hit the bottom. It could be a fish. Tide's running out, getting shallow. Yeah, the jellyfish are bad here too sometimes. You're not lying. Use a wire brush to scrape them off with. Hopefully it'll be better this year because it was so cold. It was like a record cold year here. I don't think they like the cold water. I don't know if I ever saw the movie. I probably did. No winter there. Where's that? Texas or something? Missouri. I watched that guy, Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. He's in Missouri. He's a trip. I like watching his live streams. He always does a good reaction when the trolls come in. it is. Colin's baffled by the trolls. Doug and Stacy. No, Holistic Heritage Homestead. Colin. I don't know what his wife's name is. He's got a wife and kids though. He just had a live stream like this morning or something. I didn't check in on it. He comes in here sometimes, not very much, but every once in a while. Doug and Stacy are 100 degrees. Where's that? I'm from Virginia. It gets 100 degrees there. It's awful, but not until June usually. Oh, Louisiana. Yeah, we got a bunch of Louisianians in here. I kind of like the look of the fish they got in the saltwater there myself. I could get behind going down there and catching some trout. I like to catch sea trout a lot. Sea trout's one of my favorite things to catch. I watched a show with I guess it was Ace. Ace goes to some place down there in Louisiana. There's just like he's got the drone flying, and there's just like really thick schools of trout. Just tens of thousands of trout, dolphins eating them. And looks like a good time. They're kind of on the small side, but whatever. Big enough to feed. Man, a channel that size could really do some damage to a fishery. Everybody, everybody sees that figures out where it is. Next thing you know, it'll be shoulder to shoulder. Boy, there was a bunch of whales with the fish really going off.